got, I'm going to introduce him in a few moments, guys. But before I do that, I just want to make sure that everyone can hear me. So just press that little yellow hand and let me know that you can hear me clearly. All right, that is fantastic. So, guys, like I said, my name is George Alamides. If we haven't met already, I'm sure we will soon, either on a dream trip or one of the trainings. I opened up the Cyprus and the Greece markets with my sister Efrosini, who's also on the call tonight. She can't actually log in to hear her. A couple of technical issues there, but she's always there for support. And really, we're going to do this, call it in English tonight, because we have a very, very special guest speaker. Now, I want to welcome everyone. If this is your first webinar, guys, we have this every single Sunday at this time. We've got people from several countries plugging into these calls because our team has gone to 17 different countries now. And it's a great way to keep your team, keep the fire burning. Any big announcements that we have, you know, we will pass them through this webinar. I'm going to finish with those. Really what I want to do is just bring on our special guests tonight, because what we like to do is, you know, bring you the people that are making this happen. This business is all about plugging into a system that's bigger than you, knowing that you've got support to build a global business, and of course to have a big reason in doing it. It all starts down with your why. You know, why are you doing this business? What do you want your life to be in 3 to 5 years? And the gentleman that will run this call tonight had a huge why, and I want him to share his story with you personally. But he's very close to me and Efrosini's heart and all the leaders of Cyprus and Greece, because in Cyprus, when we started 2.5 years ago, we didn't have a product. We didn't have dream trips. We didn't have leaders. We didn't have the proof of people that were making business happen for themselves. And so what did we do? We borrowed the stories from abroad. And in our presentation, from the very, very beginning, this gentleman's story was there. You know, we started with one presentation a week in Nicosia with 5 to 10 people every week. His story was there. We started growing and having a presentation in each city every week, once a week. His story was there. Then we started having a presentation 3 times a week in Nicosia with 200-300 people 3 times a week. His story was there. Why? Because he inspired us in the system he built. The fastest growing team in the US. He hit top rank in the company, international marketing director, in 10 months and 5 days, broke all the records of the company. He's in the top 10 income earners of our company. To give you an idea, WorldVentures and the founders gave him the honor this year to close off the international, you know, and that is our biggest event of the year. And this powerful leader, should I say, had the honor to really close off the whole entire event. So very high regarded in our company, one of the top 10 income earners. To me, one of the best trainers I've ever seen. Can I welcome Dr. David Pietsch to our call tonight?
Hey,
Dr.
George,
Pietsch, can you hear me?
Yeah, George, can you hear me okay?
Perfectly. Over to you, Dr. Pietsch.
All right, thank you. Our friendship so much, and you know, when I was in Cyprus, you and your sister went way above and beyond, making me feel comfortable, so I appreciate that. And I'm going to throw it right back to you, because I'm going to say that, you know, when I got into WorldVentures, we did go through, we went up fast, and we set all the records, and to be honest, I got a little bit comfortable, and I pulled back a little bit, and when Cyprus got started, they came in, and in the previous year, our team had 9 out of 10 rookies of the year. And then all of a sudden Cyprus shows up, and we didn't have anybody in the top 10 rookies of the year, and it was just Cyprus, Cyprus, Cyprus. So congratulations to you, George. You're a great leader. You're an inspiration to thousands of people, and I look forward to doing this call, and more importantly, I look forward to coming to Greece. You know, I had the privilege of coming to Greece twice in the past, and you know, I love it. I think it's beautiful. I love the people. I love the culture, and I can't wait to get there in a few weeks. And you know, guys, look, I'll give you everything that I got. You know, I'm very blunt. I'm very direct. I'm very to the point. You know, I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. There's going to be a lot of tough love. There's going to be a lot of accountability, and you know, my purpose in being that way is just to help you win. You know, I just think that so many people just really have no idea what it takes to win in anything that they do. And you know, one of the things that you're going to get from me is you're going to get work ethic and you're going to get desire. And you know, of course, I'm going to give you the how-tos. You know, we'll go through the invite process over and over and over again. And I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised when you see the approach that I use to make that initial contact with people. And a lot of you guys have been taught the four-step invite, which was created by my sponsor, Dave Watson, and of course we'll cover that, but I'm going to give you a whole bunch of alternative invites that I found to be quite useful, because the four-step invite, in my opinion, doesn't work for everybody. And if you can give people some more choices on ways to approach their people, I think they find that quite refreshing. You know, and then once you do that invite process, you know, a lot of times people, if you try to get them to come out to your presentation, will ask you what it is. And I'm going to give you about 100 different answers to that question of, you know, what it is you're coming out to see. And I think that if you know, have 100 that you've read through at that moment in time when you're doing the invite or the approach, you might be able to draw from that well and get that person the answer that they would be looking for, because everybody's got different personalities. And so, you know, then we're going to cover in detail the closing process. And I think anybody that knows me and has been around me knows that I'm a closer. Without any question, that is my best strength, and that is my most favorite topic to talk about. And so we're going to go in depth on how to close people, and of course how to handle objections. You know, a lot of times, you know, people will object, you know, by saying we don't have enough time, and we don't have enough money, and I've got to talk to my spouse, and I've got to do some research. And guys, I will go over that over and over and over again. We're going to role play this stuff because, look, this whole thing hinges on your language and your communication skills. And you know, what this whole business is about us growing as people and getting better at some very basic things. I mean, honestly, I'm not very good at most things in my life, but the one thing that I am good at just happens to make me an awful lot of money. And you know, I've been very blessed in this company. I'm in the top 5 income earners now, and you know, I didn't start when the company started, and you know, it was all based off of a belief system that I had. I believed in the owners of our company and the leadership of our company when I got involved, and I believe very strongly that network marketing is a viable business to be in today with the way the economy is, with low overhead and basically getting paid off of my effort. And I believe in our product, and just like what George said, you know, when he started in Cyprus, there really wasn't a product, and when I started in the United States here, the product was there, but it wasn't great like it is today. And but I believed again in the people that were running our company that long term we would get the product to where it is today. And you know, I believe in the tools that we have. I think that we've got great tools that get better all the time with DVDs and online videos. And guys, ultimately, I'm going to teach you to believe in yourself. You know, I am the biggest student of personal development that you probably ever come across in your life. And you know, over the last 15 years, as I look back in my life, you know, I've studied the habits of the rich, and I've been trained by the best of the best trainers, you know, from all over the world. You know, reading over 400 books on personal development, and having literally $50,000 worth of audio cassettes from guys like Tony Robbins and Jim Rohn and Robert Kiyosaki and T. Harv Eker, and just all the best trainers in the world. Guys, I've really committed to getting my headspace, you know, on correct. You know, so many people, it's inaccurate thinking. All they see is obstacles, while all I see is opportunity. And so, guys, look, I'll take you from the starting line, and everybody comes to the starting line with different life experiences. We've all got different backgrounds, but the reality is I'm going to put you on the path to get to the end the fastest, and I am qualified to do that. I did set all the records, and guys, for me, it's all about this. It's all about having income that comes in every month, whether I work or not. You know, it's all of us can make money doing other things, but I teach you to live a debt-free lifestyle. I'll teach you how I got out of debt very quickly in life, you know, including my mortgage and cars and student loans. You know, I'll teach you how to do that. But really what it's about leverage. It's about not having to do all the work yourself. It's like you knock over that first domino and you get paid for all the dominoes that knock over. You know, for me, I've been involved in WorldVentures for 4 years, which is 48 months. And in that period of time, I personally enrolled 84 people. And that's an average of 1.75 a month. So less than 2 people personally a month over the last 4 years, but we plugged them into a system, and that system duplicates, it compounds, and so my team has grown all over the world, and 30,000 people have joined my team now, with 16,000 on one side and 14,000 on the other, and guys, it's really just amazing. Looking back over the last 48 months, I've actually taken 45 different vacations, all paid for by travel dollars, and I'll bring photos of that, of what that looks like, and WorldVentures pays for my car and home, and my life is different. Thanks to WorldVentures, I was able to walk away from my chiropractic office and get that off my plate and greatly reduce my stress. And guys, the best thing about our business is just the freedom that we have. I mean, I absolutely love, more than anything, the fact that I can sleep in every day. I don't have to get up. I don't really have any responsibility. I do most of my work for WorldVentures at night. And guys, the juice is worth the squeeze. It's worth getting good at network marketing. It's worth putting the time in. For most people, they work 40 years, working 40 to 50 hours a week, and they never get rich doing it. And I think that this is a vehicle that we've come across that can allow us in the next 3 to 5 years to be completely done financially and to live a life that most people can't even comprehend. If you look at my life now, I go on vacation on average every 3 weeks, and I get to meet people like George and Efrosini all over the world, and go to places that I would have never even dreamed, in the past. I would have never thought in my wildest dreams I would go to Cyprus. And now I've got friends in Cyprus, and I've got friends all over the United States and friends all over the world now, thanks to this business. And the best part about what we do, it's we get to hang around positive people. We get to hang around like-minded people. And guys, look, I was just talking to George just a few days ago, and he's telling me how bad the economy is over there. And you just have to know that that's not going to last forever. And I would be thankful that you're in WorldVentures, because you have the ability to keep your overhead extremely low. I can't imagine trying to run my business, my chiropractic office in an economy like that. I'd probably end up going bankrupt. But your overhead in WorldVentures is extremely low, and you can get out there and get to work and put a network in place right now. History tells us that when the economy is bad, people do network marketing. They don't have capital to run a traditional business, and you can really capitalize on the timing of what's going on in your economy over there. And look, the economy in the United States is not good, but it's not nearly as bad as yours is. But I look at it like a plus, and when I come, I'll do everything I could possibly do to help you guys just have success and just win, and to understand that this is going to pass. This is just a season of your life over there, and for those people who work really hard right now, I promise you there will come a day where WorldVentures will have tens of thousands of reps in Greece, and that will stem from Greece to all over the world. And so guys, look, I'm a very passionate trainer. When I come, like I said, I'll give you everything that I've got, and I'll promise you when you're there, you're going to wish that you had every single person on your team there seeing what it is that you see, because I promise you my strength is teaching people how to get to the end. And really the end for most people is just having their income from WorldVentures come in so that it's higher than their expenses in their desired lifestyle. That's really freedom. You do all the things you want to do in your lifestyle. You're going on vacation as often as you want. You're living in the house that you want. You're driving the cars that you want. You've got the cash flow every single month that you want, but it comes in residually, not based off of your effort. If you think about me, with 16,000 people on one side of the binary and 14,000 on the other, it really isn't dependent upon me at all anymore. It's just way beyond me. And again, I've been in for 48 months, and so I'll give you everything I got. I promise you it's going to be a good time. And George, I'm going to throw it back to you, brother.
Dr. Pietsch, that is awesome. Thank you so much for your time. I've got a quick question for you, Dr. Pietsch, just so people get a bit of a taste of the training that you will give in Athens. Maybe some of the other guys plugging you into the Hungary events, London, Israel, Cyprus, all over. What advice might just starting, or maybe the last couple of months, from now until the regional, maybe in terms of what actions to take, or what's really key right now for them, because we've got something like 18, 19 days into the regional. What do you do before events, and what advice could you give?
Yeah, that's a great point, George. Look, what I would do is I wouldn't wait to that event. I would go show people right now. I would look. You make your list. Go through the first 25 people on there fast. Go show people right now so that you can get 10 of them signed up. And they can each get 2 or 3 or 4 people signed up so that you've got an extra 50 people coming to the training event. Guys, look. Here's how I set all the records. I was a master promoter of getting people to training, but at the same time, it was, I'm doing massive exposures for me and my team so that I've got more people to draw from to get to the training. So we don't want you to wait till the Friday night when I come and do the presentation with George and Efrosini. I don't want you to wait till then. I want you to go show people right now, get them signed up so they can sign up somebody tomorrow who can sign up somebody the next day and get as many people as you possibly can on your team, and then get them a training, because I'll promise you, you'll get these people started the right way. And if you've got basically 18 days to make that happen, I mean, I would literally try to increase your team by 50 people between now and then. And look, somebody will do it. Somebody on this call right now will get fired up, will catch the vision, and a whole bunch of extra people will be there that wouldn't have been, and that just compounds, guys. You have to remember that everything you do expands, and the more people that are at that training, the faster you're going to grow. So the answer to the question is go show a bunch of people fast.
That is awesome. Dr. Pietsch, I've got one more question for you. This came from a member in terms of, because and a lot of our team have seen you over in Vegas at the View, have connected with you, and a lot of them plug into your website as well, see your videos on inviting. You're absolutely master inviter. How do you keep yourself? I mean, I think you've already answered this, but maybe there's anything else you want to add. From that emotional roller coaster, some people start the business and they're really on a high, but then they get a couple of slaps in the face, they get a no, then they get their first time, they get excited. But you always seem to be very, very consistent. So, for our guys that are just starting, or even some of the people that have been in for 6 months, 9 months, a year, how does Dr. Pietsch keep himself on that constant, consistent level of action?
Yeah, great, George. Look, for me, I don't hang my hats on people's answers. Whether they say yes or whether they say no, it really doesn't matter to me. My job is not to get people into WorldVentures. My job is to show people the business opportunity. And the ones that get started with me do. And when you learn to discipline your mind like that, see, amateurs are affected by people's answers. I mean, how many times have we had people get into business, they get 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 no's, and they're out. Life is going to be very hard for you if you're that kind of person. You've got to go into this thing with a long-term mentality. Look, when people say no to you, it's just a matter of you not having enough influence over that person. A lot of times you'll hear people train and say, people sign up with someone they know, like, and trust. Well, that's not really true. They sign up with people that they know, like, trust, and respect. And how do you get people's respect? You increase your knowledge. You become a better person. You grow as a person. I mean, one of the things I'm going to ask you to do through the system that I teach is commit to reading 10 pages a day of a good book and listening to 15 minutes a day of a good audio. Because we want you to take accountability for yourself. We want you to look in the mirror and say, I create my own life. And it will teach you to stop playing the blame game. So guys, look, at the end of the day, what you've got to do is you've got to go into this. It's a 5-year deal. It's not a get rich quick. Most people want get rich quick. It doesn't exist. So you're not going to win the lottery and you're not going to strike oil in life. You have to do the philosophy that I'll teach you, which is called the slide edge. Simple daily disciplines versus simple daily errors in judgment, compounded over time. You just do the right things over and 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 over. And we're all human beings. Of course we're emotional, but you learn to control your emotions when people say no. And when they say yes, again, you've got to start hanging your hat on telling the story the right way enough times. It's just filling your appointment book week after week for as long as it takes. You got to do whatever it takes for as long as it takes to get the job done. Sometimes you'll find, great people right off the bat. For others, it might take them a year. It might take them 2. It might take them 3. The reality is you just keep going and going and going and going until you get the thing done because, look, it's better than the alternative. The alternative sucks. The alternative is your entire life. You know, if you could do something for 5 or 6 or 7 years and then be done, well then rock and roll. I mean, you just shaved off that many years of your life and you have that much better quality of life. And along the way, it's fun. You know, it's fun trying to figure out and see how good you can actually get and how many people you can actually lead all over the world. I mean, you know, I want to have teams all over the world. And that really just stems from me getting my network in place, and it stems from me becoming a better person daily. I mean, what you got to ask yourself is, what are you doing today to get better? That's really all you have control over. You don't have control over people's answers, whether they say yes or no to the opportunity. The only thing that you can control that will ensure your success is that you get better every single day. And that's how you win long term, is you just believe in yourself, that you do the right things consistently over time, and that puts you in the best position to win.
That is awesome stuff. And just to close off, Dr. Pietsch, is there any other golden nuggets that you feel maybe there's a message for someone out there? Just, you know, anything else that really comes to mind for you to really take out? We've got a jam-packed call tonight. I think we've got people from 5 countries. So anything else you want to close off with?
Well, I would just say this. You know, look, every trainer you're ever going to see has different strengths and weaknesses, and you know, you just want to be around them. I mean, you know this stuff. I mean, your income is within 20% of the 5 people you hang around the most. And so when you have a chance to hang around people like George and myself and other leaders who have gone before you and have what you want, then you need to make it a point to do that. You need to do everything you can possibly do to surround yourself with these people and learn. And if you come to this training and you picked up one thing and you've got one more tool in your tool bag, you're going to be better off. And guys, just remember, go into this with a long-term vision, with a 5-year plan, that you're going to do things that other people are not willing to do. That way you'll have things that they won't have for the rest of your life. And guys, is it worth it? It is so worth it. You know, I stepped back just a few weeks ago as my 4-year anniversary, and I just went through all the pictures of all the places I've been all over the world, and you know, I started making a list of all the people that I've met in different countries, like George and Efrosini, you know, from all over the world, and you know, just look at my life now compared to, you know, what it was like before as a chiropractor, just running a business and having so much stress and just constantly being stressed out, to really having no stress and really just having nothing but fun. And it's all been, you know, as a result of getting involved in WorldVentures and taking this business seriously. And so, guys, when I come, I promise you I will give you everything that I got. You know, when I do my trainings, I like to do an extended question and answer session, so that the people that come out get the question that they came there that day with answered. You know, I want all your questions answered, and I want you to leave knowing that you at least now know what it would take to achieve all your goals and all your dreams. Because, guys, really, sky's the limit. You know, we can put as many people into the binary as we can get into it, so really your income is unlimited. And I believe we got the best company in the world. I believe we got the best product in the world, and we got the best culture for sure. So, guys, just do all you can do to get to that training.
Dr. Pietsch, thank you once again, sir. And guys, I just want to say that Dr. Pietsch, his story, his inspiration, I believe is one of the main reasons that created momentum in Cyprus, because we saw Dr. Pietsch do it in Minnesota. We saw him do presentations 5, 6, 7 nights a week. We just grabbed that system, duplicated it. And Dr. Pietsch, I also want to thank you, because when we're at the International Convention back in April, I don't know if you remember, on the Monday, the 19th of April, sat down outside with a pool with you, and I kind of said to you, you know, this is my story, this is where we're at. Cyprus is now at a very good level, strong leadership. You know, what would you suggest for my business? And you were like, your exact words were, well, George, if I were you, I'd move to Greece. And I made that decision right there, and then I was living in Greece 40 days later. So thank you for your coaching and for being there as a leader always for us.
Well, George, I'll tell you what, you are a great leader in and of yourself. You know, you've inspired thousands of people, and you know, I'll look forward to seeing you, my friend. We'll be there in just a few weeks, and it's going to be great, man. So I'll look forward to seeing you.
Rock on. Thanks a lot, Pietsch.
All right, you guys, go Greece, rock and roll. I'll see you soon.
All right. So, guys, actually, I just got word from Efrosini that she's on the call as well, and it should work. Let me just unmute her here, and I'm sure there's a couple of things Efrosini wants to add. Efrosini, do we have you there?
You sure do. Can you hear me okay?
Perfectly.
Awesome. Well, if Pietsch is still on the call, I just want to say, Dr. Pietsch, you're such an inspiration. I can never get enough of you. Just keep listening to you and those golden nuggets that you shared as well. Like George says, I just want to reinforce that it was you that paved the way. It was you that created that Roger Bannister effect, and we're just following that. And I know there's a lot of people out there that are also looking at breaking that record. George, if you want to turn down your speakers, yeah, that's perfect. Now, from our side, guys, I mean, you know, Dr. Pietsch is going to be in Greece, and it's difficult because my heart is also saying jump on a plane and go to Greece and be there with Dr. Pietsch as well. But we're going to have a very powerful series of regionals all around the world, all around Europe, and also in South Africa as well in November. We've got Dave Uloa coming to Cyprus. We've got Bethany Webster over to London. Johnny Wimbry in Israel. I mean, the schedule is jam-packed. You know, for the first time, our newest regional trainer, Savas Christofi, and also regional marketing director, will be training in Norway. So I feel that this November regionals are probably the most powerful series of events that can be done in Europe simultaneously. And it's following after the huge success that we've been having from the View. I mean, I don't know if you can feel it, guys, but the last few weeks, ever since the View, there's just a magic electricity in the air. You know, we finished a Super Saturday training yesterday, and it was jam-packed. There was not a single chair left in the whole room. There was just magical energy. Everybody's counting down the days for the regionals. I know that there was a great Super Saturday in Cyprus and also Greece recently, and it's just, I feel that everything is aligning the last few weeks for the most amazing year in 2012. And you know, one of the things that I got from Dr. Pietsch just at that webinar is that it's always not just the event. I mean, I know that if you're on the call and you've taken the time to be on the call, you're going to be at the regional. But the magical thing is what Dr. Pietsch said earlier is, what are you going to do between now and the regional? You know, we've had people hit senior rep in less than a month before. Okay. Now, I'm not saying, you know, if you're not even qualified, don't sit there and try to swing the pendulum too much. But what about just giving it 150% over the next few weeks, so that way you have a breakthrough before the regional? You know, the way that you're leading up to the event and the way that you come out of the event is just as important, if not more important, rather than the way that you are at the actual event. So, you know, create that breakthrough for yourself. Take more action than you've ever taken before. How many more new people are you going to have at that regional training there with you? To determine the greater, and the more people that you're going to have, obviously, the greater the momentum you're going to have afterwards. And this is what we saw. I mean, we had one of the most powerful Christmases not long ago. And I remember it was me, George, and my dad sitting around playing cards Christmas Day. And I think we had something like 35 new members join our team on Christmas Day. And we're sitting around and we're playing cards. But it wasn't what we were doing then. It was exactly what Dr. Pietsch was saying earlier, is that compounding effect. It's the simple disciplines on a daily basis that you're doing that's going to create that momentum, and later on you'll be able to ride that wave. So create that momentum, guys, you know, create that fire, ride that wave following through Christmas, so we can have the most amazing 2012 in store. Because one thing I can say is that the economy is not going to get any better. From what it seems, things are actually going to get worse. And we have a right, we have the gift in our hands and a responsibility to help a lot of people around the world. And that's it from my side. Wishing you an amazing week. And, you know, if you're in London, I will see you tomorrow night. And if you're in Cyprus, I'll see you in a couple of weeks. Lots of love to everyone.
Awesome, Francine. Thanks a lot for that. So, guys, you heard it from the man. You got some amazing golden nuggets. As Francine spoke about, the regionals this coming month will be the most powerful regionals yet. You know, it makes us so proud to have Savas flying over to Norway, and he's just breaking new ground. As Andreas Mamas has flown out in the past, and Efrosini as well, gone out and done regional trainings, our team will be training all over the world very soon. And if that's one of your passions, what you want to do, know that you can do that with us. And this is really a training ground for your life. So get signed up to the regional so then you can move your teams to action. Without you being in and up, how can you recommend someone else to make it happen? You know, the crisis is going on around the world right now, and it's on the forefront of people's minds. But on the other hand, on Saturday, there was protests in over 900 cities in 82 countries around the world, all about for uniting for global change. So at the same time, there's an awakening where people realize the system's not working, they're open to something more, and this is the absolute most unbelievable time for our business, guys. There's massive opportunity in what's happening around the world because people are looking for another way out. Now, I just want to finish off with that we're going to have our dream trip at Grecian Park on the 28th of October. It's going to be around 130 people combined with Grecian Sands. We're going to have a party on the Saturday night, and we're going to do some major fundraising, guys. My goal with this is really to begin a fundraising that we will a school in Guatemala with our fundraising. And if you guys have been to some of the events, you know that needs about $7,000 for that to happen. But at the same time, everyone on the dream trip, everyone not on the dream trip, on the Sunday, you can come to Gresham Park, and we're going to do in the afternoon some gift wrappings for an orphanage in Kenya, an orphanage in Ghana, some in India, one in Cyprus, and possibly one in Greece as well. So clothes, gifts, baby toys, anything like that you've got, pile them up, get them ready, and get them to the Grecian Park Dream Trip, because it's going to be a bit of a volunteerism trip, alongside with just over 2-year birthday party, alongside celebrating the recent RMDs, Savas, Christos, and Andreas, and then shopping for the Mercedes AMG 200. So it's going to be a very, very special party. I'm creating the Facebook event as we speak. They'll be on the 29th of October, just before the regional, and you can bring people who are not on the trip there, and €40 with a free drink. And Blin Deal, one of the top clubs in Cyprus, will be exclusively for us and only for us. But of course, outside, your friends can come as well to that. So the only thing I want to really finish off with, guys, is what Dr. Pietsch said. What action will you take now before the 5th of November? What do you want to be recognized at the regional with? You know, do you want to have your forward? Do you want to be 10-10, 30-30, a director? Set your targets, and it all starts with your personal exposures. 15 exposures a month creates a flow of business. A trickle. 30 exposures personally a month creates a flow, and 45 a flood. Now, there's 20 days left, meaning if you expose around 30 people from now until the regional, you get a good flow in there. You want to go for high numbers and go all out, guys, it's going to be mind-blowing. Davey Law in Cyprus, Dr. Pietsch in Greece, Bethany Webster in London, in Hungary, and for the rest, you can check out the WorldVentures website. It's going to be an amazing round of regionals. Wishing everyone an amazing week, and let's take this baby right to the top. All the best.
The organizer has ended the session, and this call will be disconnected. Goodbye.